everybody, this is Crystal. Thanks for joining me. So I have an unboxing for all those who like those unboxings. Many of you do. Like I always say, those are my favorite. I need a hat. Those are my favorite videos to watch on the internet, on YouTube, as unboxings. I don't watch my own, but I watch other people's. I really enjoy them a lot. So today's unboxing comes from, I do have a tutorial for this hat, in case you wondered. 676, I think, somewhere around there. Okay, so this yarn is from Yarnspirations. I normally don't buy from them. Only usually they're like mystery bags, you know, things that they have when they're on sale. But they had I don't remember, a sale going on. You got so much off if you purchase so much. And I was looking on their site, and they had like tons of new yarns that I don't even know if they were new, but they had tons of yarn that I'd never even had seen before. I'm like, this is interesting. So I've always had good experiences when I've bought from Yarnspirations. Used to, they shipped out of Canada because Yarnspirations is a Canadian company, but they bought Red Heart yarns. So I don't know now. I noticed lately the past 2 boxes that I got from them, they've been shipping out of Georgia in the U.S. So I don't know if maybe that was one of Red Heart's factories that they shipped out of. I don't know anything about it, but I do know they used to ship out of Canada, and they still might do for some packages, but this one and my last one both came from Georgia. But I have no problem either way, because either way it's always fast shipping, whether it comes from Canada to the U.S. or from Georgia to the, they always have extremely fast shipping, and it's free if you spend so much, like $65 maybe, right around there. So I'm always happy shopping at Yarnspirations. They've never given me any problems. They are super fast shipping, you know. Never had any problems with them at all. I can't say anything bad about their company. Go ahead and open it up with my trusty box cutter and see what. Oh, they got some. Yes. I'm excited about this one because they, like I said, they have some yarns that I've never seen before, and there's not a lot in here. There's not a really big order, but no prices. I hate when there's no prices. That means I gotta go look them up. But I'm going to start off with the Caron Simply Soft. This I have seen and have used, but I wanted to get it because I'm going to make Evelyn a Easter dress for Easter coming up here soon, and I wanted to get it. So these ran, I think, $4.99, but like I said, they had this when I bought mine. I got a really good deal off of it. You saved like 25, I think, % off if you spent so much. So, but anyways, this is the Caron Simply Soft Speckled. I really like this yarn. It's very pretty. I made a newborn baby dress out of it on my channel in purple, and it turned out really nice, and I liked it so well. It's just like regular Caron Simply Soft, except unfortunately the yardage is a lot less. Of course, they put speckles in it, so they got to make the yardage less for some reason. But anyways, it's, if you're not familiar with Caron Simply Soft, it is a medium weight number 4, 100% acrylic, washable, dryable. There's only 235 yards in here versus regular Caron, like their solids, they have like 303, maybe 320. That's just a guess, but I know it's a little over 300. But Caron Simply Soft is so soft. Yeah, it's just very nice, and I use it for almost all my baby dresses or baby articles. I almost always use Caron Simply Soft, and like I said, this is made in India. I love this speckled one. It's their new one, and it's very pretty. Now this one's called Chlorophyll. I don't know why, I just had to get this green one. Now this is not the one that I'm making Evelyn's dress out of, but I had to get it because it was so pretty. But I guarantee it will probably be made into some sort of a baby article. Yes, love that. So I got that, and then I also got it in the color that I want to make Evelyn's baby dress out of. which is this beautiful. Ain't that pretty? That's gonna make a pretty baby dress for Evelyn. Or a toddler dress, actually. She's wearing like 5'6" now. So, but anyways, I'm not sure if I'll put a white sweater over it or not. I have not decided on that. But all the same, did I tell you the color of this one is called Chlorophyll? I can't remember. I'm sorry. I got a short-term memory problem. That's what it's called. Chili Flakes. I just thought Evelyn, since she has that dark hair, she's gonna look really pretty in that reddish. It's really interesting color. I mean, it's very pretty. See them? It's gonna be cool when it's worked up. But I got that too. I got more than one. They're at the bottom somewhere. Okay. Over there. I got 5 of those to make her a dress because she's a big girl now. And since there's only about 200 yards in there, I'm sure it won't take all 5. But it's better safe than sorry. So I got those for her dress. So look for that this Easter. I might have to start on that soon so everybody else can get started on it if they want a toddler dress. Okay, just a second. Okay, so I went ahead and brought up their prices so I could tell you. Now, I'm going to be telling you their normal price. But Yarnspirations has, they do have sales once in a while. Not as often as like Lion Brand and places like that. But they do have sales. You just got to catch them. I happen to catch them on a sale. Like I said, if you spent so much money, they took so much off. So the prices that I'm telling you is not what I paid. I got a pretty good discount on mine. So these were $4.99 on their site. They probably are cheaper elsewhere, but since they had that sale going on, they were cheaper at Yarnspirations. Okay, next I got this is something I've never seen it before or even heard of it. Now these regular priced, these are $7.99. Now remember, I did have a sale. This is called Bernat Tweety. I found it very interesting on their site. Looking at it, ain't that cool looking? That's pretty colors. Those are all my colors. Gold, rust, brown. Very, very pretty colors. Let's read about it a bit. So, made in Turkey. It's classified as a super bulky 6. Machine wash and dryable. 83 acrylic, 17 cotton. 6.4 ounces. 180 grams. 247 yards. And 226 meters. I think that was everything. Now let's look at it. It feels the way it looks is like it's going to be hard to work with, but it looks like it's going to make something pretty. See the look of that? It's all wavy looking, like a novelty type of yarn. That's okay though. I had planned on, I seen that pillow. That's a knitted pillow, but I thought, you know what? It'd be cool to make a pillow out of this, maybe. I don't know. But it feels like something, you can make a scarf out of it, but it might make better home decor. I don't know. Make a pretty cowl too. I like it. I think it's pretty. It might tend to be a little hard to work with because if you look at it close, it does have one string that holds all them loops together. So I would consider this probably a little difficult to work with, but nonetheless, difficult yarns don't bother me if they're pretty. Bernat Tweety, very pretty. They had a lot of pretty colors. $7.99, but like I said, I did get a discount off of that. I probably wouldn't have paid that if I didn't get a discount. But this was a yarn I'd never seen before. I think it's really cool looking, and I really, really love the colors on this one. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, next, I've seen this before, but I've never bought it, and it was on clearance, and they're clearance for $5.50 a skein. This is Bernat Color Wheel, which many of you might have already used it. I have never used it. It kind of reminds me of a really, really soft chain spun t-shirt yarn, I guess. See that? They made a blanket out of it on the picture. I thought it would make a cool bag. It is really soft. So we can give it a quick read. Made in China. I'm going to stop for a second. I'm sorry. The color of this one is called Chestnut. I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you the color. So this one's made in China. It's classified as a super bulky 6. Definitely a very thick, super bulky 6. Machine washable, machine dryable, 100% acrylic, 8.8 ounces, 250 grams, 77 yards, and 70 meters. The color is Surfer. Now this was the only color I think they had on clearance. Otherwise it was like 11 or 12.99 a piece. I can't remember. But I got 3 of those because they were clearanced out. And gross. This one's nasty. Look. Is that mold on that? The other one's just like it. I think it got wet. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. That's gross. I don't want to smell it either. It's like it got mold all over it or something and grew, like the labels got wet and grew mold. This one's not like that one. This one's clean. But these other 2 that were in this pack separate, the pack's all nasty. And I'm going to have to write them about that. Look, I don't want that. I don't know. You think it's got mold on it? Yeah, it's getting into the yarn. It does. It's got mold growing on it. Disappointment, Yarnspirations. Okay, so I'm going to set these to the side, and I'm going to take pictures and email them. I'm certain they'll make that right. I have no problem with the Yarnspirations. I know that they'll take care of it. That is rather disgusting, if you ask me. This one's clean. I'll keep it. Gross. Okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, so this was, I have seen it before, but never bought it. It's very expensive on Yarnspirations website. You can find it cheaper elsewhere, but during this sale, I was able to get it cheaper here than anywhere else. But regular, it runs $13.20. I didn't pay that much for it. But I don't like thin yarns. But what is wrong with Yarnspirations? Look at this. There's a hair stuck in it. That is not mine. That's a dark black hair weaved into the yarn. Gross. Okay. I'm taking a picture of it. I hope you don't think I'm wrong, but I don't like, there's another one. I don't like yarns or hairs other than my own stuck in the yarn. That's black hair, long black hairs woven into the yarn. I think that's gross. I mean, I can handle crocheting my own hair in it, but not someone else's. It just came from a factory. Moldy yarn and hairy yarn. I'm sorry. Please don't think I'm bad. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to take pictures and be like, hey, can you replace these? Because that's gross. But I'll show it to you anyways. I mean, who wants to open up to that? Can you see that? That is not mine. It's woven into the factory, plus it's black. I don't have black hair. And there's another one over here all wrapped around. I'm probably being petty. And you can tell me in the comments if I am. But I think it's gross. Anyways, so, yeah, there's another one on the other side. Okay, so this is, It's a Wrap Hues. I only think about it because that's not my hair. It's all woven into the yarn in many places. 3 spots I found. And I don't know whose hair it is. And you never know, like, how often that person could have washed their hair. And I don't want to crochet with it. But anyways, this is It's a Wrap Hues. Ain't that pretty? Not with the black hairs that are not mine all woven into it. Okay. So it's a fine number 2, which is correct. It's 4 strands that are separate, kind of like their like Red Heart Rainbow yarn. It's like that, but I thought the color was very, very pretty, and it's going to make a very, very beautiful lightweight scarf for this spring. Not this skein though. I'm gonna get a different one. This one's sickening. I know they'll take care of it. I know they will. And please tell me in the comments if you think I'm overreacting, but I don't like to pick up skeins of yarn with not my hair wound up in it in several different spots. So it says machine wash on cold, gentle cycle, dry flat, do not bleach. The color of this one is called Circus. I thought the bright black, I like blacks and rainbows together. I think those are very, very pretty. And there are 623 yards. Now that is enough to make a smaller shawl out of this type of yarn, because I've done it. Not this one, not the It's a Wrap hues, but It's a Wrap rainbow, which is very similar. That is pretty. The striping effect on that's going to be gorgeous. But okay, so I got moldy yarn and hairy yarn, which is not a good. I never had no problems with Yarnspirations, but that's gross. Okay, I'm going to move on. Enough of that. I'll ride and I'll take care of it. Okay, so next we have Bernat wavelengths. I don't remember ever seeing this before. It's possible. It's possible I could have seen it before. So these run $7.99 a piece normally. Bernat wavelengths. These are clean. Let's hope anyways. See that? Okay. That's pretty. It's nice and soft. It reminds me of, kind of like the puzzle yarn or loops and threads. I don't know. It reminds me of that puzzle yarn they have on the market now. But it's very pretty still. The colors are pretty. So let's read about it. Bernat wavelength, 100% acrylic, 223 yards, 204 meters, 5 ounces, 140 grams. Machine washable and dryable. Classified as a bulky number 5. This one is called Orange Soda Light. Soda Light. Pretty colors. I like it. But yes, it's very similar to the puzzle yarn that they have on the market. If you guys have seen that. But I like it. It's pretty. Pretty colors. Not disappointed in it because I got it at a pretty cheap price. So I got 3 of those. Yeah, those are pretty. I love it. Very pretty. What will I make? I don't know. Okay, and then I got this that I never even heard of before in my entire life. It's so weird. I had all them yarns and I'm like, what the heck are all these yarns? These were $8.99 a piece, but remember, I didn't pay that for it. So this is Patons or Paytons, however you say it. Lincoln Fog yarn. The purple is really pretty in that. Very, very royal purple colored. Gorgeous. Wine. The color of it's wine. Yeah, that's about what it is. It's very pretty. Now it's gonna have some. It's classified as a bulky 5. Machine washable. It looks like it's dryable on the gentle. 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 190 yards, 174 meters, 75 acrylic, 20% wool made in Turkey. So yes, you can see the wool. It's collecting cardboard. You can see that wool in it. Now I'm just like, is that hair? No, that's wool. Let's check it out. Bulky 5, huh? Yep, that's a perfect bulky 5. That's pretty. Now that will make something very warm and pretty. And very pretty hat, scarf set. I think you will have trouble if you make a mistake pulling it out. Other than that though, it's very nice. Even though it's got wool, it's not itchy at all. That's going to make a warm hat. I might make myself a hat out of that. I like that Lincoln Fog. I don't like the price, but I like it that I got it on sale. I would never pay the full price for it, but very, very pretty. It doesn't really remind me of too much that I can think of, but at the moment, but this is the wine color. I already said that. I'm sorry. Lincoln Fog. I like it. I got 2 of those. Okay. Oh, here's something that I wanted to try out. Now this has been on the market for a little while, but I've never tried it. This is Roll With It Sparkle. 97 acrylic. It's by Red Heart. 30% other fibers, which is the streamers that run through it. 5.29 ounces, 150 grams, 561 yards, 513 meters. It's classified as a medium weight number 4. Machine washable and dryable. Made in Turkey. Oh, that was a good guess. Made in Turkey. Okay, so on Yarnspirations, let me look here and see. These run 8.10. Don't remember. I didn't pay that. So this is what it looks like. Very pretty. Let's check it out and check out the classification of the weight. They said it's a medium weight number 4. Oh, I'm going to say, I had some people tell me that they didn't think this was a medium 4, and I'm going to agree with that. This is a 3 weight, in my opinion, as far as thickness goes. It's a heavier 3. It could pass as a very thin 4 or a thick 3. Either way, I think. But, you know, classifying it as a 4 weight, you know, I think they could get by with that. It's probably a thin 4 weight. That's just my opinion, though. You know, others think different. That's fine. Difference makes the world go around. This one's called Kaleidoscope. Now, I got this, and then I got this ice yarns so we could see if they were similar. I remember when I bought this ice yarns the other day, I did an unboxing on it. This is their glitz cakes. Very similar. Made in Turkey, both of them. Yardage. Just a teeny-tad more in this one. Actually, a Red Heart feels a little softer. Not much, though. Not much of a difference in those two. Truthfully, it's a little thinner. But very pretty. I like it. I wouldn't say they are exactly the same. That one's a teeny-tad thinner. A little bit more yardage. Feels pretty close to the same, but actually Red Heart might be a little bit in softness. Shocker. No, the Red Heart does have some soft yarns, but I always compare, I don't know, I think I said this in the other video, I don't know why I always compare everything to Red Heart Super Saver. I think it's because it's in the U.S., it's what most people can get at Walmart, and you know, most people have used it in the U.S., so that's what I try to compare it to. Nice, I like it, it's very pretty. That's a pretty cake of yarn. Roll with it, sparkle. No mold, no hair on it. Gotta go with that. That's good. Good deal. Okay, I love this too. I love this too right here. Okay, this is called Patton's Shetland Chunky Tweeds. Now, if I've ever seen it before, I don't recall, but it's possible that I could have and just not even paid attention to it. Patton's, however you say it. So these run $7.99 on a no, I'm sorry, $6.99 I believe is what they ran. Normal. It's very soft. I like it. I like chunky yarn, bulky yarn. Oh, and do I ever love tweed yarn. And I love white tweed with spark color, or with a multicolored flecks like that. That's gorgeous. Patton's Shetland Chunky Tweed. Let's read about it. Bulky 5. My fave. It says machine wash, lay flat. 72 acrylic, 25 wool, 3% viscose, which of course is the flex in the fiber. 3 ounces, 85 grams, approximately 125 yards or 114 meters, made in Turkey. Even though it does have that small wool amount, 25%, it's not itchy. I'm going to make a hat and scarf set, maybe, out of this. I just love the colors very, very much. The color is called Caron Tweed. It's very pretty. And they had a lot of other, they were all tweeted up like that, different colors, but something about white and black with multicolored flecks actually any color with gray, neutral color, gray, tan, with multicolor flecks. I really love yarns like that, especially when they're bulky. So I got 3 of those. I'm almost done here. I have a couple that I thought were really interesting that I wanted to share with you. Okay, this one is, someone asked me once if I would review this yarn. It is a little bit pricey, but since they had this sale, I thought I would get it now. So these usually run like $10.99, I think, a piece, which is, in my opinion, outrageously priced. But I did get them at a discount, so that's pretty. Look at that. This is some yarn that I guess Yarnspirations sells. Sugar Bush. This is the canoe yarn. It's 61 wool, 26 alpaca, 13 polyamide. So, you know, it's got a nice fiber content. But there's only 95 yards or 87 meters. 1.75 ounces, 50 grams. It's classified as a bulky 5. Designed in Canada, where we turn cold into cool. I like it. Stout, Ontario, Canada. That's where their Spin Right Yarn Factory is. Yes, yes. Hand wash, lay flat, of course. That would be what you would want to do. But anyways, made in Italy. Designed in Canada, I guess. Made in Italy. It's nice. Yarns made in Italy are nice. This one's called Birch. Now that's gorgeous. That is very, very pretty. Of course, brown with the colored flecks. Look at the way it looks. It's chain spun. That is, I bought this to make myself a hat. I'm always like, I'm making myself a hat with that all the time. It's pretty, ain't it? That is pretty yarn. You can see the wool, or is that wool in it? Or was that alpaca? Alpaca. Very pretty. It's interesting looking, actually. Very interesting. It's chain spun, but it's got that thick one strand of lighter brown going through it with the tweed specks, and chain spun around the thinner brown. It's very nice and soft. Oh, it's a very nice yarn. You know, it is expensive, but being made in Italy, being the fiber content, I don't know, I wouldn't pay full price for it, but getting it on sale like I did, I think I did pretty good. So I got 2 of those because 95 yards isn't gonna make me a hat. I had to get one more close to it, but not quite. So I got 2 of those because I'm gonna make me a hat. Very pretty. So yes, I like those. They do have other varieties of that yarn, but it's so expensive. Okay, so I got one more in here which I have never seen before, ever. And I thought maybe you guys would be interested in checking it out for next time they have a sale. Okay, so have you guys heard of the FinTech slipper yarn? The brand FinTech. Did you know they made regular yarn? I didn't know that. I thought they only made slipper yarn. See, I learned something new about yarn every day. And that's why I like to do these unboxings, because I learned something new. And it's only my hope that I can just teach one person something new about some of this yarn that they didn't know. And then my day's complete if I taught somebody something new. So, this is the FinTech Worsted. It's cool. It's big old skein. Skein. I don't say skein. It's skein. Big old skein of it. I like it. It's neat. So, let's read about it. It says, there are no dye lots, 100% acrylic, 14 ounces, 400 grams, approximately 867 yards, or 792 meters. Now these run $11.99 a piece, but I got a good deal on them because I got them on sale. So I probably ended up paying about, I don't know what I ended up paying for them. Maybe $9 or something, but that's not, I mean, it's kind of expensive still, I guess, but let's see the feel. Red Heart Super Saver. Yeah, it's a basic 4-weight acrylic yarn. But I thought it was cool because I didn't know FinTech made anything other than slipper yarn, but they do. And it's a big old skein. So this is FinTech's Worsted. Now, just because it feels like Red Heart Super Saver, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with it. I use Red Heart Super Saver a lot. Red Heart Super Saver works great for bags, hats. If you're going to make a sweater, I've used it a lot for sweaters that I made because, you know, you generally wear a shirt under a sweater anyways. And Red Heart does soften up, so I'm told, after you wash it in the washer. I usually hand wash my stuff, but, whoa! Cut that out. You guys see my big mess over there in the corner. So anyways, you know, it does soften up after the wash. Now, it is a medium weight number 4. What do you think? I think I'm in agreement with that. That looks like a perfect 4 weight. How about this red? I got 2 of them, actually. They had some other colors. Yeah. Looks good. I like it. Interesting. It's so interesting to find something new like this. So, $11.99. Get them when they're on sale and give them a go. I don't know. But they are kind of similar to Red Heart Super Savers. So, this one's called Emerald, of course. And this one is called Burgundy, of course. Looks more red, though, than it does burgundy to me. Like a dark red, cherry red, kind of. Dark red. I don't know about cherry red, but dark red. So, this was something that I was pretty excited to get because it was like, thought it was neat. So that's my haul. I'm happy with it. I'm not happy with the mold growing on my color wheels. That's gross. And I'm definitely not happy with not my hairs that are spun up inside the yarn. I can see them in like 3 or 4 different spots. And like I said, I don't have long black hair. That's not mine. So I'll call them about that, and no problem. I know they'll replace those because they are a good company and they're good. So I hope you enjoyed my haul. Now I remember I do these hauls for educational purposes. That's part of my channel, is to educate people. I'm a learning channel, whether it be through crochet tutorials, teaching, or whether it be teaching about yarn companies or teaching about new yarns. That's why I do them. So for those who ask, people's like, why do you do unboxings all the time? What do you do with the yarn? Well, the yarn, so, I use some of it. I use for my tutorials. And then, but yeah, I open it up. Just people ask me to try different companies. They ask me to try different yarns. Sometimes it takes me a while to get around to it, but eventually I do. And I just want to show people what's out there. There's lots of yarns out there, and a lot of it's new to me. I mean, a lot of this yarn I've never seen before, and it's just super cool to go over it with you guys, and that's why I do it. I spend my money on it. Remember, I'm not affiliated with any yarn company because I choose not to be affiliated. I don't want that type of, I don't want my opinions to be swayed by any yarn company paying me or anything, so I keep it clean slate. No affiliated links. I don't get paid if you buy the yarn. I buy my own yarn. So that's the way I keep it clean slate like that. One time one lady said, I don't know, can't believe you have all them subscribers and you're not sponsored by a yarn company. I find that strange. Well, of course, I turn down sponsorships. I don't want them. I like my channel the way it is. To be clean and honest and unaffiliated. I think that's the best way to do it. For me, nothing against those people that do that. I mean, that's cool. I mean, everybody wants to do their own thing. But for me and my channel, it's best that I'm unaffiliated, unsponsored, by my own yarn. And personally, I feel like I can give my best review then in the best honesty. And I enjoy showing you guys the new yarns. I really do. And experiencing new yarns with you. So it's all educational purposes. That's what my channel is. I try to educate, motivate, and teach everybody the love of yarn and crochet. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye bye.